Hi, my name is Garrett Christopher. This is my YouTube channel, Garrett's Take. I've got two more of these channels. There's Garrett's Movie Take and Garrett's Sports Take. Definitely, those are on the lighter side of things. In Garrett's Movie Take, I'm talking about movies. Some of them recent movies. Some of them are from my own personal library, stuff you've not seen before, perhaps. And I encourage you to watch them because they're really good movies. And Garrett's Sports Take, I just did a football wrap up. It's not the Super Bowl time yet, but it is the beginning of the playoffs. So I give a final NFL kind of take, kind of wrapping up what I predicted for the season, how well I did, and how I missed a couple of little spots here and there. It's very little. And yeah, and my Super Bowl predictions for this particular year, February. On this Garrett's Take, so for the longest time I was talking about how I wanted to get involved in helping with the homelessness in my community, right? So I reached out, and I will reach out again. But let me chat about how I've fallen off the horse. I think that's the way the saying goes, right? By the way, please visit my website, garetchristopher.com. I'm a self-published author, and who can't sell a book? And I've got 5 novels out there. The last one being a sci-fi series, part 1 of The Takeover. And I also do an audiobook with that, which I have available on iTunes and Audible. I've actually got 3 audiobooks available, so please check them out. I do all the voices myself. I have a lot of fun doing it, and I think they're really, really good. But as I said on another channel, I probably have a slightly elevated kind of, my esteem is up there. Even though I'm like a negative thinker, I think really highly of myself. What else we got going on? Oh, and then I do a weekly podcast, which I'll be doing here pretty soon. And I'm presenting on my podcast, The Takeover, Part 1, the sci-fi series, audiobook, bit by bit. So this is going to be section 8, I believe. So yeah, we're about a quarter of the way through it. So please start at section 1 and you'll get a chance to listen to my audiobook in its entirety. Or if you want to, of course, make sure that I have a place to live and food to eat, then you'll go ahead and purchase the audiobook or audiobooks and the novels as well, either in ebook or paperback form. There you got it. Go to my website, garetchristopher.com. You'll find out more about all that stuff. Okay. So I have always been someone who will start something and not finish it. Am I the only one? No, I'm not the only one. Other people do that too. But I think a lot of people dig in and finish what they start. I won't say a majority, but a lot do. I'm not a slacker. Yeah, I'm not a slacker. From What About Bob fame. I need. I'm not a slacker. So I just like, okay, let me give you examples. And I'll show where I'm going with this, right? Because I just kind of talk about whatever and I never really hit home. So, piano. I can play a little bit of piano, okay? I've taken a few lessons, and mostly just on my own, right? If 30 years ago, I would have committed myself to practicing even an hour a day, 2 hours on days I'm off, right? Because schedules get busy, I get that. I'd be really good right now. Like really good. Like able to play in a band good. But I've never committed to that. I've done just enough to kind of get by and to be a bad piano player. The kind of player to where if I start playing in front of you, you'd be like, you're self-taught, aren't you? That's usually the comment I get because I'm not very good, right? Let's see what else. Working out. I'm not entirely unfit, and I do push-ups occasionally, but I'm not someone who works out day in, day out and does what I should to keep my body nice and fit and trim. Diet-wise, although I'm much better about soda. I'll talk about that in a second. So again, like the fitness side of things. What else is going on? Education-wise, I never finished college. Can you tell? What else? Yeah, a lot of stuff. Now I have finished some projects. I've got 5 novels. So I have completed 5 novels, 3 audiobooks. And those took years. It wasn't like they were just a couple months in the making. These things took years to complete. So I can watch something from beginning to end, and see it reach, complete maturity. Again, I'm not a total slacker, but there are a number of areas where I kind of fall off the horse. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. So about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, I think it was just before, like early part of December, and I had not spoken with anyone in my community about homelessness and about me trying to get involved in there, right? I mean, I had a couple conversations, and I was trying to set up actually a ride along, I guess was the first step, to ride along with someone and see what they do and what they come across and how their approach and blah, blah, that kind of stuff. And it was supposed to be set up. No one called me. I didn't call them, and I kind of let it sit by the wayside. And then I'm driving through town thinking about it, and I roll the window down, and it's cold. And I can't remember if it was morning, night, whatever. It's very cold. So you would think that what I would have experienced at that moment is, oh my goodness, it's cold outside. How about those that are having to live outside right now? Do they have warm clothing? Do they have blankets? Do they have a place? Do they know they have a place they can go? Because in my community, last time I checked, there were a number of actual spots available for someone to live, right? I don't know if it's true right now, excuse me. I don't know if it's true right now, but at the time, that was the case. So you would think, since I have this amazing heart for the homeless, that that's what would be running through my head. It wasn't. What was running through my head was, it's cold. I don't want to do a ride along right now. Let's wait until springtime. So is that kind? Is that like the kind of mindset that I should have? And now it's second week of January. I haven't changed my ways. I still have not contacted anyone. So if there's any time of the year that would be more important to reach out and to kind of get involved in things, this would probably be it, right? Not June, not September, not even April, but December, January, February. And I'm not, because it's cold outside. And I like my warm little dwelling. I like my little, warm clothing and nice clean socks and that kind of a thing. So why am I telling you this? To bore you entirely? No, I don't want to bore you. But I think that I had set this up on other channels saying I need to bare my soul, and I'm bearing my soul with you. Because maybe you think the same. Maybe there's some things you want to do at times that you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that because of whatever. And if you're really truthful about it and honest about it, you don't act on it because it's a sacrifice you don't really feel like you want to take. Now when I finish this, am I going to contact someone at the city and try and get involved in whatever? No, probably not. Too wrapped up in what I have going on. I'm extremely busy right now. Too busy to help people who are out there sleeping in the street. And again, I can try and rationalize by saying, well, they've chosen that, they've done this like that, and whatever. So my reason for telling you is to share with you, because I told you from the get-go. If you watch my Garet's Take back a few months, and I said, I'm going to take you through the entire journey, how I'm thinking about this, why I'm dragging my feet, why I'm doing this, why I'm doing that, why I'm doing the same thing. I just want to share with you entirely. So hopefully in the future, probably by spring or summer, when I actually do get involved in helping the homeless, I can say, look, this is where I started, and this is a struggle I had, so please stick with it, because the benefits far outweigh. So don't drag your feet. I did, but don't you get in there and do it. Perhaps that's the end game to all this. I don't know. Darn it. There's something I was going to tell you. See, it's like if I don't pick up on it right away, if I don't act on it right away, I forget entirely what it was. And if you're here right now, you probably say, oh, it was this. But I have no idea what I was going to say. Yeah, it's gone. Anyway, so the reason for this Garet's Take is to talk about the fact that I'm dragging my feet big time, and I found that my comforts, my creature comforts, are much more important than me actually stepping out of my comfort zone and doing something for someone else. Am I an entirely ruthless person? I don't want to believe that's the case, but the proof's in the pudding, isn't it? By the way, I love pudding. Yeah, so there you have it. So if you struggle with kind of getting and putting your feet to the fire and doing stuff that's outside the realm of comfort, then I'm there with you. I can't promise you right now that I'm going to dig in anytime soon. I can't promise that I'm going to change my wicked ways. But I should. Shouldn't I? I was hoping this little talk would kind of fester some kind of, I don't know, light within me to get out there and say, you know what? I'm making that call, darn it. We're gonna do this. No, it's not doing that at all. I'm comfortable. It's terrible, isn't it? This is Garrett's take, and I needed to get this out there. But it wasn't as beneficial as I thought it would be. So I'm still going to sleep in my nice warm bed tonight. I'm still inside this nice warm room, and I'll probably hop in my car in a little bit and drive down and grab a ham sandwich somewhere and drink a soda pop. Oh, that's what it was. So, yeah, I drink a lot of soda, but we can put that in the past tense because I just passed a kidney stone recently, and I literally saw it. It was a stone, and it hurt a lot while I was waiting to pass it. Went to the doctor, and they said, "Yep, you got 2 kidney stones, and they're not big enough to, explode. So let's just drink a lot of water and pass them out." I thought I'd passed them and didn't see it, come through or how big they were, blah blah. And then the other day, it'd been like 2 weeks since I felt any pain, and I started to feel some pain. And I get home that night, and I went pee pee, and there was a stone. So I don't know if there's still one in there, or the other one kind of passed through and I didn't see it. I didn't recognize it. But yeah, so because of that, I'm gonna be better. I think I've had one soda in the last 10 days. And if you know me at all, trust me, that's a huge accomplishment. So I'll be better about that one. Yeah, so I'm gonna drink less soda, and I'm going to make my life better by not passing any more kidney stones, hopefully. But as far as those people that are out there sleeping in the cold, we'll see what happens. I know I'm being comical about a very serious issue, and I'm being a jerk about it. I'm just bearing my soul. And I'm pretty sure not everyone out there is totally, yeah. Well, you get it. Okay, cool. Thanks for checking in. Take care. What am I going to do next on Garrett's Take? I have no idea. We'll find out, will we? Thanks so much for checking in, and you take care. Please visit GaretChristopher.com, and that's it. GoPro, stop recording.